Yo, K-Kunnnn here. I'm going to answer a question that nobody asked probably, and it's, can you run Yuzuha on a non-anomaly team comp? So I've gotten this idea by a comment in my Yuzuha guide, and I basically said, if you don't have any anomaly on your account, then she's pretty much useless. And looking back at it now, that's not a fucking clown. That's the whole entire freaking circus. And just a small disclaimer, my runs and things I do here are in the extreme scenario of unoptimally using a character that's not really meant to be used for this type of playstyle / gameplay, so take it as you will, and I suck at Deadly Assault. That's pretty much it. So enough self-roasting and self-deprecation, let's get into the video. So let me show you my stats first and why I'm running them, and then I'll show you my poopy runs. So first, skills, almost leveled up, and we are running a 4-piece Astral Voice and a 2-piece Swing Jazz rather than a Phaeton's Melody because we can't really benefit from her additional ability, so we're just gigamaxing her energy regen with the Swing Jazz and the energy regen on the 6th slot as well. Pretty straightforward. I guess you can run like crit rate on the 4th slot if you reach the 3k threshold because crit can make her do a little bit more damage, but not really. Just lap on attack and it should be fine. Now let's get into the run, which is Yuzuha, Evelyn, and Lighter. This is one hell of a premium team, so let's play it out first and then I'll just give my thoughts and opinions after the run.
Back at new perspective gain from all the pain and stress, and when I do come back, I'm stronger than ever before. So real, don't disturb me, no please. Look into my eyes, now tell me the things you love me about behind my back. New perspective gained from all the pain and stress. And when I do come back.
So yeah, that's my Evelyn Team run, which unexpectedly is pretty good. I could probably show you my build right now, which is probably playing in the video right now. They're not really the best. I'm just running the Marcato's Desire, a free-to-play Wenjin that you can slap on any attacker, and Lighter running the Steam Oven to just help with energy overall, and Yuzuha running the Lucy Wenjin, which is all around, I guess, a free-to-play setup aside from the characters being like a 5-star S rank. So let's talk about Yuzuha in this team. So her buff from her core passive pretty much is a universal buff to any team that can utilize like attack and 15 damage increase, which is almost comparable to Astra Yao's, but I think Astra Yao still takes the cake with this team since she provides the crit damage boost that this team needs, while Yuzuha only just providing like a flat 1.2k attack and 15 damage increase. But I mean, it's still pretty good though. The only thing that I don't like about Yuzuha is that her attacks have a lot of iframes, yes, but that in turns, Yuzuha has really long animations, especially with her EX skill, if you don't dodge attack or parry with her. If you don't have skill issue like me, then you should probably not encounter this problem, but for like the average and casual player, you'll probably encounter this once in a while or more often than usual. But is it a deal breaker? No, not really. It's just unoptimal. And another thing, aside from my skill issue, is that I don't recommend switching to Yuzuha when she aftershocks because the animation kinda takes a while. As you can see, and while I'm chain attacking with Yuzuha and Evelyn, you can see Yuzuha takes quite a long while to activate another chain compared to Lighter, where you just like swap onto him and he will just straight up punch the enemy, and then we just head straight back to Evelyn to do her chain attack. So yeah, I don't recommend swapping onto her while she's doing her aftershocks. It takes a while. But yeah, let's move on to the next team, which is Ellen Jo, Lighter, and Yuzuha. And obviously just a reminder that we're running the Astral Voice, so we have to keep in mind the buff uptime of the Astral Voice, which is like 15 seconds. So we just have to keep in mind that we have to EX skill whenever we see the opportunity to use it on Yuzuha, or maybe ult, since the ult can also provide the quick assist buff, since it also applies to that as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we just need to keep a mind on that if you're running the Astral Voice. But if you're running the Swing Jest, then you just have to keep in mind you have to like ult or chain attack with Yuzuha. So yeah, aside from my skill issue gameplay, I feel like there's nothing really to comment about aside from me forgetting to activate the Astral 4-piece buff. But aside from that, I feel like you should spam her EX skill whenever you see it, even if it's like a really long animation. But I would prefer if you would use it whenever you dodge counter or parry the enemy, since it's a lot quicker that way and you don't have to do her long ass animation. Again, I'm playing this brain dead and not too seriously, so don't really take this too seriously. To answer the question, can you run Yuzuha on a non-anomaly team comp? And the answer to that is a resounding yeah, you can, and it's still pretty good with an unoptimized run. So if any sweatlords can do me a favor and run these teams with a more optimized run rather than me just like ongaboing smashing the enemies with my freaking shark blade and my freaking strings, then that would be phenomenal. Yuzuha's core passive is pretty generic enough that anybody can use him. Non-anomaly or anomaly, it's pretty universal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe so I can stay in the basement, like for the algorithm, and leave down in the comments below, are you gonna try running Yuzuha on a non-anomaly team comp if you don't really have Astra or any better alternative options? Maybe you could probably like replace Lucy on the other team, or on Shiyu, or maybe in Deadly Assault, and maybe that could probably result you in getting 20k. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye!